What is going on, everybody? David here, and it has been a long time since the last time I actually did a video for the channel. So, this is going to be a little bit different because I thought it over and I wanted to do something a little different. And I do have some figures that I do want to review, but I do have a lot that I don't really care to do individual reviews. So what I want to do is take a few figures that I have, well, a lot of figures, should I say, that I haven't opened yet. And no, don't worry, some of them will be reviewed individually, but most, have just are older figures that I've picked up that have tons of reviews out there that are more in depth and detailed and much better than what I would have done. But that being said, so what I've done was, there's going to be several videos of this like this. And what I've done is picked up, I picked 2 vintage and 2 modern. So that way I can get a little bit of mix, different lines and stuff. So it just makes it a little bit more easier and different and unique, should I say. So this is what we're going to do. Now, it might be a little long, so my apologies for that. So here is, I'm going to show off the ones that we're going to review for this video. So the first item I have is we're going to be taking a look at this DC Collectables Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Robin and Raphael 2-pack. So we'll go over this and later on here. And then as far here is a vintage figure that I wanted to take a look at is Lost in Space by Trendmasters, and it is the Battle Ravaged robot. And then another vintage figure I want to look at is Curse of the Spawn, and this is a Curse of the Spawn 2, should I say. I'm still looking for the first one, So set this aside there. And then the last figure is this Bloodshot by Mcfarland Toys. So you got 2 Mcfarland toys, you got DC Collectibles, and you got a Trendmasters figure. So I think that's a pretty good mix to start off with, don't you think? So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at Bloodshot first. So let me go ahead and remove these out the way, and then we'll just go from there. So sit back, relax, do what you got to do, and let's enjoy the festivities of what these figures are about to bring us. So, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at Bloodshot first. So, I was able to get this a while back, a few months ago, on clearance at Walmart. So, I'm very happy to get this because there are certain figures I don't ever see in my area. So, when I had a chance to scoop this guy up on clearance, I went ahead and jumped on it. So, I'm very glad I did because I don't have a Vin Diesel figure. The only other figures that I know of his that might be out or that are a little pricey is I think it is one of the Riddick films. I think it's from the Chronicles of Riddick, and I think those were made by Soda Toys that are no longer around, and they can get pretty pricey. They're kind of on a cheap side, if they don't have no accessories, if you're just getting the figure itself. But even those can be expensive. But anywho, so very happy to get Bloodshot. I do remember the comic book. I know my boys, Kevin the Tattoo Toy Hunter and Donnie from Life Anime Gaming have talked about it on their comic book channel, which I will have in the description below. And they go over different comic books. I think they have like 2 or 3 videos out, and one of the videos is on Bloodshot, and very good video. So I recommend y'all checking that out. So, but I think Dondi said he's seen the movie and he said it was okay, or he liked it, I guess. Didn't do very well because it came out around during when all this stuff happened, and so it's already out on video on demand and Blu-ray and DVD now. So probably we'll pick the movie up eventually once it goes down in price. Probably be like a Black Friday pickup. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. Can't wait to see it. I'm a fan of his films, and let's stop yakking and go ahead and open this thing up. So if you give me a few seconds, or however long it takes me to open this up, I'll be right back. Okay, so we got them out of the package. So I wanted to show you this first. So this is what the box looks like on the inside once you remove the figure. And there is the stand. And that's one of the cool things about Mcfarland and what they do is they always include a stand whether they need it or not. But over time, you actually do kind of need it because the joints and stuff wore out. So still glad to have it. It was a very unique box art right here. Nice side shot right there. There's the back of it. Sorry about the glare. And so very cool. And then here is the figure itself. So let me go ahead and free him from his plastic prison. Okay, so I already got him out of his plastic prison, so it looks good. And I have to use the stand because he does not stand at all on his own. At least my figure doesn't. Now, I haven't really watched any reviews on anybody else's on this, so I don't know if there's stand or not. So if your stand's on its own, great. But I got to use my stand because that way it can help it to stand. And which is a good thing. You know, I'm glad that he does. I know a lot of people don't like the stands, and that's fine. But I just know by experience, especially with the a Stranger Things figure, the majority of them you have to have a stand. And just because of the way he has them positioned. And like he's always said, he's more about the sculpt and looks than the aesthetics, you know, than the articulation and stuff. You know, that's him. He's always been that way. So, what we couldn't expect anything more or less from that. But anyways, after taking a look at this figure off screen, I mean, it's a great figure. I mean, I like it, you know, and I know a lot of people. I get this all the time, you know, from different various people that have watched my channel and that I've interacted with, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were a vintage collector." Well, I am, you know. The only modern stuff I buy are things that didn't have a vintage toy back then, you know. That's the only thing that I buy is modern stuff that didn't have vintage toys back in the day. If you had a vintage toy back then, I wouldn't buy the modern stuff just because that's just how I am. I don't need to be overloaded on 20 million Supermans or Batmans and stuff, you know, things like that. If there's a particular character that didn't have, like Toy Biz or Mattel or Kenner or any of those companies didn't make then yes, I will get a modern figure of that character, you know, because we never had one before. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, I know for a fact we never had a Bloodshot figure. A vintage one, to say the least. But anyways, I really do like this, and he does articulate pretty well. His joints are a little stiff, but that's to be expected from Mcfarland for the most part. But just to go over the articulation real quick, he does have a nice ab crunch right there, swivel. He does have a waist swivel as well, so you can move him kinds of ways like that if you wanted to. If this isn't showing up on camera very clearly, I apologize. And so as the legs go in and out, it does move forward and back just a little bit. He does have a double hinge at the knee. You can tell they still got the pins right there. So he does have his articulated boot cut right there. And then you got that ball, what the heck? You got that ball joint right there. You can tell a little bit, which just goes side to side. It doesn't go up and down all that well, just a little bit. So, and then double knee right there. I don't know why the camera does that. I just think it's weird how it just goes dark like that. So my apologies if it does that throughout the video. At first I was like, didn't know if he had some shoulder joints, but he does. Mine's just really stiff. And he does have this extra piece right there that's not a butterfly joint. It's just an extra piece that has a little bit of rotation to it. But he does got a bicep swivel there, double elbows, and wrist joints right there. So it's got wrist articulation right there. Not very well though. So his wrist doesn't, at least mine doesn't move that well. You just might have to loosen it up and heat it up a little bit. So, and the head movement. That's a very great likeness to Vin Diesel. So I really like that. That's great head sculpt right there. So, and we got our Bloodshot. Now, if these videos are too long, my apologies. I'm always up for constructive criticism in any ways that help these videos better, shorter. I think maybe next time I'll just open them all at once. And so here's some of the accessories that it comes with. This knife there that looks like the same mold that he used back in the day from the 90s, from several swords that he has produced. Then he has this gun right there. And he's got these. Now, I don't know guns that well, so if I get these names mixed up, my apologies. I'm pretty sure somebody will correct me. These look like one of those guns that are one of those guns that Dirty Harry uses. A Magnum, I think. That's what they call, but I could be totally wrong. Very nicely detailed. So yeah, let's take a look at Bloodshot. So let's go ahead and check out the next one. Alright, so next up we're going to be taking a look at the Lost in Space Battle Ravaged robot from Trendmasters. No, Trendmasters is one of my favorites back in the day. You know, they weren't Kenner or Galoob or anything like that, but they had their own unique style and stuff. And not the greatest quality or the best looking product, but you know, it got the job done for what they did for. So much props to them. So I got me a little Trendmaster shelf going a little bit. So this will go good with it. You know, I don't have a whole lot of products from them, but when I do get my hands on some, I do like it a lot. I mean, I love their stuff. You know, got a little bit of Godzilla, got a little bit of Lost in Space, got a little bit of just a little bit of everything. You know, not everything, but just a few things here and there. But yeah, this is a nice little box right here. I did pick this up at Freaks and Geeks when it was still in business. You know, at the time. On clearance, so very happy to get this, like $5, I think. And box right there. So there's what it looks like. Let's get the back. You know, good quality stuff. I do like their packaging though. They always seem to do well with their packaging and stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this Battle Ravaged robot out of its packaging. Alright, so that's what it looks like when I pulled them out of the packaging. And then it comes with some instructions. Fortunately, the batteries do not work, so I would have to get some new batteries for it. So let's go ahead and take a few moments and do some untying. Alright, so I finally got him freed from his little plastic prison, and shit, talk about a prison. Now, as I was doing it, after I got done, I noticed my hands were like completely black, or not black, but you know, I had all kinds of some residue. So I don't know if it's from this paint or because the box was so old that I was just all the dirt that was on it. Because when I bought it, but yeah, I think maybe, yeah, I think it's from, yeah, it might be from this. Yeah, that sucks. Then I think it was from when I was handling some of the pieces. But anyways, but yeah, these are the parts that come with it. His arm right here. And there's the button that you use to make the sound. So I would have to replace the batteries. So we'll do that another time. I'll make a video on that once I do that, so we can get a better look at it. But anyways, this is basically based off the movie Lost in Space that came out in the 90s. So I do have that on Blu-ray. So it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And but anyways, so here are the instructions to put this guy together. So let's take a few minutes to put him together and see what he looks like. Alright, so after a few minutes of putting him together, this is what he looks like. Now you see what I'm talking about with my hands. I think it's just from the paint, you know, how they sprayed it on and everything. And you could tell that they were trying to go for the battle damaged look. So each time I was handling it, mainly around the dark areas, like right there, it was getting all over my hands. So other than that, this is a very, very nice looking toy. Just give me a second. Very, very nice looking figure. You know, really like it a lot. So I know how to change the batteries out. Hopefully it still works. So really, I like the detail a lot and everything. So you could put like the mechanical spiders that came with the figures, you know, and put them all over here. Look like they damaged, eating them up and stuff. So there are other parts that you can use. And there's a slot, a hacker slot, thing that says in instructions that you can use to pry open this part. So there's the button for the sounds. But yeah, that's a Battle Damaged Robot by Trendmasters. Let's move on to the next one. And so the next one that we will be taking a look at will be the Spawn. So, give me a few minutes and I can go ahead and open this guy up and we'll take a closer look at him. Alright, so we got Curse of Spawn 2 out. So here he is in his clamshell packaging. Looks pretty epic looking. Love me some Spawn figures. If you've been following my channel, I did a couple of reviews. of these figures. I mean, these things are amazing. You just can't get enough of these things, because even though I know it's not very articulated like a lot of people would want, but man, it's just the aesthetics of it, you know, and the look and the sculpt, it's just incredible. And, you know, guys like me, I don't do a whole lot of posing. You know, I just have them displayed, so, which is good for me, so I don't mind. And then here is the packaging. Sorry if I go up any higher, you get all the glare and stuff. So the card back is awesome. You know, I really enjoyed the card back. So like I said, sorry for the glare. And you get the Curse of Spawn right there too. And love the artwork right there. I do keep all the card backs. All my vintage stuff, if I open them, I keep a card back. So I have a whole collection of card backs. And then there's the bottom of it right there. Then on the back of it gives you a little read up. So if you want to, you can just pause the video, just read that, and then some more information, and then it just gives you instructions on how to insert these little bats. And then over here tells you what was all in the line. So this is the deluxe figure that I need to get. And then you have all these other characters like Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. That they're like a 1-2 punch right there. Then you got Hatchet, and Medusa, Zeus, and then Renus. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then you get this big old guy right there. Special box edition of Dissecticator. I think that's his name. So, alright, let's go ahead and take out Curse of Spawn 2 out of its clamshell. Alright, so we got Curse of the Spawn 2 out. Right off the bat, this thing is amazing. I mean, look how good this thing looks. I did take some time to loosen his joints up because he was pretty stiff being in that package a while. So like this leg was stuck and the shoulder was stuck. So I had to carefully, lightly put pressure on it to kind of get it loose. So, and then I don't know if you can see that, but there was a little piece. I don't know where it came off of, but something fell off of him. Fell off somewhere. Because I can't find it. First I thought it was like a fingernail or something, but it doesn't look to appear that it was a fingernail. It might have been. I think it was that one. Maybe, yep. Yep, one of his fingernails broke off right here. But it's okay. It's not that noticeable. I think that's what it is. Just one of his fingernails broke off. But, oh well, it is what it is. That's what happens with these old Mcfarland toys, that if they're not mint in package, then if you're opening them up, there's something that's bound to give one way or another. It's just always been that way. But anyways, this thing is incredible. Look at that. Look at that face. All these bones and protrusions are coming out of his shoulders and stuff. Look at that. That thing's incredible. That's where we insert the wings. We'll do that here in a minute. I mean, just the sculpting and detail is just amazing. Now, some of the poses that Mcfarland puts these characters in is a little odd, kind of strange. But like I said, you know, these are just going to be standing on the shelves by themselves, and so it's going to look really good, you know. And, you know, back then they didn't have really much of a way of articulation, and if they did, it wasn't much. So I don't know if looks like a cut right there, but I'm afraid to move it any more than I already moved this thing. He's already lost a nail, so. But look at the detail. Look at that. The paint job. I mean, for the 90s, this was where it's at. This is like this was ahead of its time back then. So this is more, as more the line grew, the more statuesque these figures became. Even though it did have a little bit minimal articulation, not much, but they were more statuesque. If that's a word. But yeah, so the articulations here at the leg go back and forth, right there. The bone detail's amazing. Look at this shit. Yeah. And then the arms go up and down. I think, yep. Yeah, I didn't want to force it too much. I just wanted to move it just enough to where I can get a little bit of pressure so I can loosen it up. But you get a wrist articulation, forearm articulation, wrist articulation right here. I don't think you get any forearm articulation. Nope, you don't. That's just one solid piece right there. The head doesn't move, I don't think. No, I don't think the head moves. I can't move it. If it does, I'm just going to leave it as is. So, just try to come down on somebody, like trying to buck with you and shit. You get these spikes on your forearms, go bam, right there in the neck or shoulder, or everywhere else you want to stab them. No, it's too violent. Sorry. But anyways, the one thing I don't like is it's like this is like all up in his face and shit. And from the pictures, I think. If you look right there, see how those they're not all up in his face like these are. So, I wonder if there's a way I can move it. It came in a package like that, so I don't know if that was supposed to be that way or just mine that's just warped like that. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if they articulate it or not. I don't think they do. I don't want to mess with it too much, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Let's go over his let's move some of the stuff out the way. I know these are his two wings that he comes with. Very nicely detailed and painted. Very cool. But then these are bats that he came with that you can put on his bones. They're just one solid plastic. They're nothing special. Very minimal. Actually, it's got nice little details for what they are. It's pretty cool. You know? Excuse me. Not bad at all. And then here is his accessory that it comes with is a big old axe. Very cool detail. Like that a lot. So let's take some time to get him together, and then we'll take a look at him. Alright, so got Carson Spawn 2 put together. That looks very nice. I found out where that little piece was missing. I fortunately had dropped it somewhere on the floor, lost. But it came from right there on the wings. I could tell just by how that looked there. But, oh well, not that big of a deal. It just blends in with everything else. That's kind of it looks kind of like that. But anyways, I mean, this thing is amazing. Love the bat effects that you can put on its horns or bony protrusions. I think that looks great. And as far as this goes, how the fuck do you're supposed to get this guy to hold this shit? Because to really look at it, it's supposed to go in his hand, but there is no way you can insert this thing to get him to hold it. So I have no clue. I have no clue. Unless if it comes apart in 2 sections and then you can just slide them in and connect the two. Be an awesome display. You can have them hold that. But on here, you wouldn't be able to have them hold it at here unless if you, I don't know, like that, I guess. I mean, that could be cool if that's how you want to have them hold it. I mean, that's pretty much how you're going to have to, because it would fit better in this hand, but there's no way you could put it. So we'll just have to deal with it like this. That looks awesome. Heck yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Looks great. Okay, last but not least, we are going to go over this turtle set. So, I do have 2 others. I have the Donatello and Batgirl and the Michelangelo and Raph. So, I do need this guy, this set, and this set. I'm not too worried about this set, but really do need this set so I complete the turtles. The reason why I got this is, one, they were on clearance for like for $15, and the other 2 never really did go on clearance at all. So I'm just waiting for eBay to come up with a good price, you know, for the Leonardo Batman set. But I did read the comic books. For some reason, I've yet to see the movie, but I did read the first run of these comics, and they were great. Loved them. And so I know these is based on the film itself. This is fine, but that's the only reason why I got these. Because, one, I love the comic books. 2, I haven't seen the movie or heard mixed reviews about it, but you know, they're a little different, so I figured, why not? So I know I'm going out of my realm when it comes to this stuff, but I don't have any DC collectibles except for one that I won in a giveaway from my boy Boston Mike. That's like the only other DC collectible stuff I've got. But other than that, I don't buy them, you know, unless if it goes on clearance, if it's a character that hasn't been made into a vintage figure, then yeah, that's it. So this is probably like the only sets that I guess bend the rules for. But other than that, I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't like the comic book so much. Anyways, enough chit-chatting. Let's go ahead and crack these fellas out and take a closer look at them. Alright, so here is the inserts. So it comes in 2 different sections. So here is the main section where you get Robin, alternate head, Raphael, and all his accessories. But if you remove this, you will also get Robin's stuff. So this is a very cool little insert right there, I think. You know, might be awesome for a little dial background if you choose to do so. So here is Robin's and all his accessories. It's a lot. So you got a manhole cover with long staff, and then you got the short staff. You got all his alternate hands, and then you got a grappling gun. I think that's a, I don't know, what is that? That's his intercom, I think. Then you got batarangs, and then you got his different little hooks that you can connect to there. And there is a slice of pizza. So, and then as far as Raph stuff goes, he gets his two sides, alternate hands, alternate head, and a slice of pizza. So that's all the accessories they come with. So I'm not going to go through all the accessories. Will I do any kind of swapping out? You know, I just want to look at the characters themselves. So maybe once I get the whole set, we can probably go through all the accessories and stuff. But crunching for time. So let's go ahead and take a few minutes to get these guys out of its packaging. Alright, finally got these guys out of packaging, and so we're going to take a look at these guys and what they can do and stuff. First off, I was told beforehand that just be careful with these characters because they've been known to break real easily, especially at the articulated points. So that's what I'm going to do, try to be careful as much as possible. He's not as heavy as I thought he was going to be. He has some weight, but not as weighty as I thought he was going to be. I do like it though, you know, very cool and stuff. Very beefy, should I say. If you know that the new Turtle series, which didn't last very long, Mcfarland is the leader and he's the biggest turtle. So same thing with the movie. So I guess they was trying to incorporate that into the Batman vs. TMNT film, animated film. But yeah, very cool. Really do like the detailing of this and stuff, you know. So let's go over the articulation real quick. So with the head, yeah, it's okay. I wish this was like a soft material. This is just like a soft plastic that could easily break over time if you bend it around too much. But yeah, these joints are very easy to move. Not gonna lie. So don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Excuse me. I would like to have a little bit of stiffness to it, so at least you know that it's not going to wear out as quick. But this is my first time actually really handling a DC Collectables figure, so I did not know what to expect at all going into this. But he does have, he's got a little stiffness in the leg. I do know that, so I'm just messing with it on screen for the first time. So it does have a little stiffness in the knees. So it is double jointed knees, double hinged. Oop, there goes Robin. I guess Raphael backhand him. Down goes Robin. Down goes the boy wonder. But yeah, the feet move pretty well. Look at a ankle rocker there. So very cool. Not bad. So only got a single elbow right there. I don't know, for some reason I thought that was going to be a double jointed, but no, it's single. So very nice. Very nice Raphael fig, you know. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And then, you know, you got all his accessories. You know, his hands. Got his hands there. So, his two hands there. Sorry about that. Then you got his size right there. You got his alternate head right there. Very cool. And then his slice of pizza. I do want to compare this slice whenever I do open up the NECA Turtles. I want to compare their pizza to the DC Collectibles pizza. So, there you go. Then, last but not least, we have Robin, the Boy Wonder. So, very nice. You know, he does look like a boy. It looks like what he's supposed to look like. So, very cool. Just like Raphael, his arms, you know, move nicely. You know, they're not tight, a little loose. And then you got this part right there. Don't know if that's supposed to, yeah. See, there it goes with that. I don't know why it does that. Sorry about the camera looking like that, so I'll just have to wait a few seconds for it to clear out. Surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest. But yeah, I do like the sculpt of this thing. This thing looks really nice, you know. The only thing that I see that's different is around the mask. It's not painted on the top of the mask where the green is a little bit. You could tell that they didn't add that to it. But other than that, everything else looks good. Got the R right there. Sorry, just waiting for the for it to clear up. Trying to, there we go. So annoying. But overall, I hope y'all enjoying the video. But like I said, right here, on top where the mask is, you know, could use a little paint, but that's about it. As far as actually paint goes, you know, I don't see anything else, no blemishes or nothing, you know. Then the legs move, you know. This leg's a little loose. This one is a little stiff. Got a double jointed knees. It's a little tight. Don't want to force it, but it looks like small and fragile. And then the hinge at the toes. But overall, yeah, I mean, I like this set. I really do. Just for the aesthetics alone. Like I said, I'm not a poseable guy, but you can get even some cool poses. So, there's Robin right there. And there's his alternate head right there. So, that's pretty cool. Then there's the Gotham City manhole cover right there. Here's staff. Long staff and short staff. There's pizza. Then you have all of these little accessories, so it's quite a bit. Hands and grappling guns. You can insert these little hooks inside the gun. This little, I'm guessing that's his intercom right there, walkie-talkie or whatever, bomb. Oh, I don't know. Yep, so that's all his accessories and stuff that he comes with. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know this has gone way long. I would like to do another video like this. Let me know down in the comments below if you like the stylized videos. If you just like for me to go grab random figures that I've had that need to be opened and just going through them one by one. I think next time I will try to just show you in the package first and then just open them all at once, you know, and then have them out. That would go one by one instead of having to go through the packaging again. So I do got a lot of Mcfarland stuff to open through. I do got the rest of these turtles and some more vintage stuff like Toy Biz and Trendmasters and things like that. Maybe some Kenners, maybe. But just want to do about 4 figures at a time, a box set, and like a couple of figures here and there. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. You know, if you like these kind of videos, I'll do more. I'll be more than happy to. More likely I still will if you don't like them. But what's your favorite out of this whole little set that I took a look at? You know, what's your favorite one, and what do you like to see more of? And yeah, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love, not what you like. Because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.